Rescue, data and repair. My name is Dr. Ben. I need to take my classes. My name is Dr. Ben. Hello and welcome to another video. And today we just have a look what this I2C intelligent programmer can do. Any test, okay. And now we just have a look. And what we see here is just that the DAT has been, let me see it, DAT has been deactivated. Okay, so you see it's more steps to do than on JC method, or JC has even a chip method, but with different chips for different models. Okay, so I did a video some days ago for the JC V1 SE, how to upgrade Wi-Fi function and how to fix the issue that you can't write old JC flex cables. Okay, so today we have another programmer. So it was like I just tell you how the Face ID repair on the iPhone series started. So the error with the True Depth camera came, and after a time Luban came on the market with the first programmer. So with the Luban method, you had chips, you had the matrix, and you had capacitors, resistors like ever, and you had to repair the DAT projector inside the DAT, and you needed different chips for different series. Okay, so you could repair the iPhone X, the iPhone XS, and so on with one chip, and you could repair the iPhone 11, 11 Pro with another chip. Okay. So that was Luban method. It was cool because you didn't need to change the flex cable and you could use the same chip for X and XS. So then the flex cables, even Luban flex cables started, and flex cables of other tools like I2C and JC like ever started. Okay, so you could change a flex cable, and on the flex cable there is a chip, and in the chip the information for the DAT projector is stored. So if your DAT projector is deactivated, you can read data out of the Romeo IC and copy it to a new chip. And in this case of flex cable use, the chip is sitting on the flex cable. So you take data out of your old broken DAT projector, out of the Romeo IC, and write it on the chip which is sitting on the flex cable. So it's a very nice repair. You just need to jumper you need to remove a MOSFET to set a jumper, to copy the data from the old Romeo IC to the new flex cable, and then solder the DAT projector to the new flex cable. Pretty nice. Okay, but what is the disadvantage? It's you have to have for each model one flex cable. So you need a flex cable for the iPhone X, for the iPhone XS, for the iPhone 11, for the iPhone 11 Pro, for the 11 Pro Max, XS Max I forgot, for the 12, for the 12 Pro, for the 12 Pro Max, and so on. So you need to have a large stock of flex cables. Now we have a new programmer of I2C, and they just say we use one chip, soldered already on the matrix, and you just need to replace that chip on the matrix in the DAT projector. And no matter if you have iPhone X, iPhone XS, iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 12, like ever, you can use this chip for X to 12 Pro Max and iPad Pro 3 and 4 generation, third and fourth generation. So that's a big advantage because you don't need to store a lot of flex cables. You only need to store the chips. Okay, and that's pretty easy for the stock. But the repair itself, is it really as easy as changing the flex cable? We don't know. We need to have a look, because in my experience it's like that if you are skilled, it's no problem if it's repairing inside the DAT or changing the flex. But if you are not as experienced, it's more difficult to do that repair as to just change the flex. So let's have a look. Now we have an iPhone X here, and this iPhone X has a problem with the Face ID because the Face ID has been deactivated. An issue with the true depth camera has occurred. So now we just check if really a dot problem is on this device. So we just need to take out the screws. And after that we need to open up the screen. And then we can have a look if we really have a dot issue, and if yes, we can fix it with the I2C Programmer and the I2C chip. So let's just open up the device. Oh, it's an iPhone XS, sorry. For how you can see if you have an iPhone XS or an iPhone X, it's just about have a look for the antenna. So on the iPhone X we don't have this. On the iPhone XS we have one antenna on the top of the phone. So sorry for my mistake, but not a problem at all. It's not a problem if we have an X or an XS because we have a universal chip. Okay, so let's see. And we just remove the dot out of the device. Okay. Here we are. This battery was already loose before, otherwise it wouldn't be as easy as this. So now we need to connect this device to power, and we need a USB-C for doing that, not a problem. So USB-C plugging in and device boots. Now we just connect to XR, XS, XS Max because we have an iPhone XS Face ID. We choose Face ID test, and then we just wait a second. Oh, okay, so LCM chip, and we go back. Crash, okay, where we have the face here, the face, okay, face ID test, okay, and now we just have a look, and what we see here is just that the dot has been, hey, come on, can you see it? That has been deactivated. Okay, pretty nice. So we just read the data, read success, and we disconnect. So we have the data of the roaming IC stored into our programmer, and now we just need to get the dot out, then get to a new chip into the dot, and then writing data onto the new chip. Or not, Tim?
Yes, sir, Steve.
Okay, we just try if that works like we want to do. So we just need a board holder. Then we remove the glue sticker here. And we need to have a little bit of hot air with the matching nozzle and the matching temperature and the matching airflow. Let's go. We heat up. Then we just go in to get out glue. Cool. Here too. Cool. And then we just need to separate the dot from the prism and taking out the dot. Done in a nice way and looks good. Okay, taking out the old glue, and we go under the microscope and have a look for that dot. So here we are. And what we see here. Normally, what we would do normally. Normally we would remove the MOSFET, jumping, taking out the dot, get it to the new flex, and done. Fast, easy for everybody who is a little bit skilled with these repairs. Now we have to repair the dot projector inside, and this takes more hand skill. Not like this is the hardest repair you can imagine, but it needs more hand skill. We always need to be honest, okay? That's pretty important. So now, like this, now we just need to remove the MOSFET at first. So first the MOSFET, and before the glue on the top of the MOSFET. Okay. After that, okay, MOSFET done. Then the capacitor here done. Then we need another two. So you see, it's more steps to do than on JC method, or JC has even a chip method, but with different chips for different models. And here I just mean it's different to the flex method. Okay, done. Good. Now we just need to clean. So give me some tweezers, please, baby. I use these, it's okay. Or here, these one. So we just need to work longer time inside the dot and gently. Remove glue. Remove glue. Everywhere glue away. Turn one time. Turn up, baby. Then we need to add a little tiny bit of flux. Should be enough. And now we just need to take a look for the chips which I2C delivers for these repairs, okay? So, little cut here and open up the package. And we go under the microscope and have a look, okay? What we see under the microscope, come on here, is some chips. Always 10 pieces for one package. And I want to show you. 1 second. So, what we see here is a chip soldered down on a flex, on a matrix, and a capacitor. You see here? So all ready prepared with bolts on it. Okay? So, and we need to solder this part down to that dot projector. And because I see that the solder bolts on that flex are not as big as I thought, we just need to add a little small piece of solder onto our dot projector. Okay, so zoom in. Everywhere, just adding a little piece of solder like this, and after that adding some flux again, taking the chip on the flex, get it down and solder it down. Okay, done. You see, they have low melt here. I think they have low melt between the flex and the bottom, and on the upper part with the capacitor and the chip, they have 183 or 217 like ever. So just to get it down in the right way, and that's totally okay for me. So now we just need to see if we can write data down to the flex. Just let me, okay, do you see that? We have a problem, Houston. I hope not a big one, because we have clue here in the holder and the flex cable was sticking down to the clue. So we just needed to add some heat to get this away. Not a problem at all. So now we just connect here to the programmer and we need to write data. We say yes and we write data down. Okay, that was cool. And we just check if the flex is fine again. It says abnormal, so let's have a look again. So we could write data, but it's still abnormal, and that is what I said before. In some cases you need more time, but not a problem. So we just add it here, then add some flux again. And I don't want Tim to cut this video, because I want to show you a real experience with the method comparing to the flex method. Okay? Do you understand, Tim?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wait a short time. And having a look now. So we could write data, right? Yes. It says, okay, I2C normal, write success, check success. Okay. Exit, check again. And we are normal now, you see? So we just had cold solder between, or cold solder on the system. So now all is normal. Data is written on the new chip. So, and now we just need to get the chip or the flex with the dot and the chip into the assembly. So, just use tweezers to get a little bit more space here. And then we need to get the flex into the assembly. Just a little bit more space needed, so we just take a tool, do it like that, and then we get it in. So, and now I just need to get to take the fixture from my table, and then we can glue. Okay, we need this tool here. We need to take the assembly, put it here, and after that, got it into here. We go under the microscope to adjust. So let's have a look. You see, we need to adjust a little bit. Just from with your eyes first. After that, we just get down the fixture. And you see a little bit more to here, like this, and the bottom the same. I do it without microscope because it's faster. Okay, so now you see we are exactly in. And it's well adjusted like before, okay? Well adjusted like before. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, let us take some glue. I take the Mechanic OK7. That's the glue I use for just gluing down and then we will see if we have Face ID again. You see? The glue needs to go between the dot and the prism exactly. Need to be enough, but not too much. And then we can just add some hot air to dry the glue. So the advantage is we have an original flex cable. We have no chip on the flex which can crash between the board and the battery or things like that. So these are the advantages, but it's more difficult to do for people. They were not working with this method before, and it just needs a little bit more hand skill than only swapping the flex cable, okay? So I read a lot of comments like I2C is the best, no JC is better, no I2C is better, no, that's just like you can use whatever you want. So I have a lot of cables here in stock for JC, and I will use them, about 200 cables, about 200 repairs. I will use them as long as I have them, and after that I use that until it's empty, and then I need to take a look what I get. Okay, for me it doesn't matter if I use this I2C chip method or if I use the flex method, but for you, I understand you just need to find a way for you for just seeing what your hands can do better. Perhaps some people say, oh, it's more difficult for me to just swapping the flex as to swapping the chip, and others say, no, I want to swap the flex and not the chip. So that's always like the one eats bananas and the other eats pizza. So just give a f about, it's only about what you want to use. And in this case, it's a good method because you only have to you only need to have one chip for all the models in stock, and that's a big advantage, but it needs more hand skill. That's the other thing. So let's have a look if we are already tried. Normally we need a little bit more time. Let's have a look. So this looks good. And this looks good too. Okay, we just give it a test run again because we used hot air, and every time we use hot air it can cause cold solder. So we just check it, and it's all normal. I2C is cool, NTCs are cool. So let's go directly into the device and have a look if we can use Face ID again. Okay, and we just get the assembly back to the phone, and we connect the cables. That's pretty nice. After connecting the cables, we just connect the screen or the cables of the screen. Only connecting cables, connecting cables, connecting cables, connecting cables until we have all connected. And the front flex, pretty important too. And then the battery. After we connect the battery, we get in the screen like this. And I just use a charging cable because the battery was almost empty. And then we connect that, boot up the phone, and we have a look if this one wants to work, Tim, or not. Dr. Ben, thanks a lot for watching, people. Let me have a look if the device wants to say something to me. I think it will work. Let us have a look. I just take the glasses away, and we just see if Face ID wants to work again. And oh no, it doesn't want to work. 1 second. It's because of the light, I think, or the screen. Yeah, here we are. The problem was only that the screen isn't clicked in completely. So you can see second scan is okay. We now just choose a 4 digits code and do this ready, and after that we just try to unlock the phone with my mother head, okay? And like you see, this works pretty perfect. So we can just reconfigure this. So we just need to move our head. Okay, that's done. And now you can see we can unlock the screen perfectly by just using our Face ID. I just show to you again what we did here. Just open up the screen here, and that's our repaired dark projector, Tim. What do you see, or what do you say to this?
Dr. Ben.
Dr. Ben.
You again.
Dr. Ben did it. We can unlock the screen again. Face ID repaired successfully by using the I2C method. If you want to use it, just buy that tool. Otherwise, you can use other tools like JC Flex method or I2C Flex method. I'm out. Thanks a lot for watching, and be sure to see the next video of Dr. Ben. Goodbye.